Today in Tracey's basement, Mercury Power! Welcome back to the basement, welcome to the channel if you've never been here before. Today I have a Figuarts Zero statue from Tamashii Nations. It is from one of my favorite anime of all time, Sailor Moon, and it is my favorite character from the show. It is Sailor Mercury. Very, very excited to get into this statue. This particular statue was made as part of the 20th anniversary Sailor Moon line. Once Sailor Moon's 20th anniversary hit, all this stuff hit store shelves, and I couldn't have been more excited because growing up, I loved Sailor Moon so much and there was just nothing around. Did you guys find anything when you were kids? Because I found basically nothing for Sailor Moon when I was a kid. So once all the 20th anniversary stuff came out, man, I was excited. So much Sailor Moon stuff that I could finally get and just to fulfill that hole in me that wanted Sailor Moon in my collection. And in addition to being part of the 20th anniversary line, this is also part of the Sailor Moon Crystal line. So this is the Sailor Moon Crystal version of Sailor Mercury. Side note, when Sailor Moon Crystal first came out, if you don't know, it is the remake basically of the original series. It is a much compressed version. They cut out a lot of the fluff. It's a very different show in a lot of ways. It's obviously the same basic storyline, but very different in a lot of ways, including the animation style. And when it first came out, I honestly didn't think I was going to like it, in particular because of that change in animation style. It was just so different, you know what I mean? But I did give it a try. Absolutely loved it. Loved it. I actually really enjoy the fact that they cut out a lot of fluff and compressed it and focused more on that basic storyline. I got used to the animation style. It is actually quite beautiful. It's just not what I grew up with, so there was that little bit of a disconnect at first, but I did end up loving it, and I definitely suggest if you haven't seen it, if you love Sailor Moon but you haven't checked out Crystal, you should definitely give it a try. It's actually really good. So I think that's enough of the backstory and information. Let's crack into the statue because I have just been dying to see this since we first got it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, yeah, you guys, this definitely holds up to the Figuarts Zero reputation of being just absolutely beautiful. So Figuarts Zero, of course, for Tamashii Nations is the kind of stylized statue line. They're absolutely beautiful, super detailed, absolutely gorgeous, and they definitely poured all of that into this Sailor Mercury. She is totally beautiful. The first thing that I definitely have to mention is the adorable pose on her. I absolutely love it. She's got the two hands up above her chest like this with the kind of fingers flailing. She's got like her legs are together but the one foot is back. It's just a really cute, innocent, almost kind of a shy pose. It's absolutely adorable and it just suits Sailor Mercury to a T. Very cute sculpt. I really like the choice of the pose that they chose for her. Also with the pose, there's a bit of a dynamicness to it. You can see that the scarf around her neck, as well as the pleats in her dress, as well as some of her hair, is just kind of flowing backwards. So it's got kind of that motion feel to it. She's in motion. She's, in the process of transforming or powering up her moves. She's got that power to her, that wind that's always blowing around anime characters and blowing all their clothes about. It's really very nice how just dynamic it looks. It's great. She's of course in her classic Sailor Moon uniform. She's got those tall boots with the point at the knee and the high heels. Very cute. She has the pleated dress in the classic blue with the scarf and the white lines, of course, all around the scarf. Those nice long gloves with the little bit of blue around the elbow. You have the bow on the back, the bow on the front. The bow on the front has a little translucent blue jewel there. You have the blue choker and of course her tiara, which is very small, so you probably can't see it here, but we'll get some good close-ups because, wow, every detail, absolutely beautiful. What really makes this statue, though, is her head, her hair, and her face. Absolutely perfect. Her hair, they put a ton of detail into it. They have all the strands. Everything is exactly the way it falls in front of her face. She's got the little flips, she's got the part in the right place, tons of strands all flailed out there in the back, some of it blowing. It is just absolutely, they put a ton of love into the hair, for sure, and her face is perfect. Her eyes have been painted meticulously. She's got the little open mouth and kind of a smile and the cute little nose. She is just so adorable, and they just did a perfect job on the happiness and the cuteness of her face. There are also tons of little details that are so tiny and minuscule that you almost really have to scrutinize the figure to even notice them. Like, she's got all the little pearl earrings in her ear, she's got the one in the other ear, just little lines in her eyes, and little engraved lines in the tiara, the little folds in the dress and the bows. Like, you really have to look close to see all the details, but they're there and it is perfect. They really took a lot of care and love in designing this. The sculpt is amazing. I also have to mention the paint on the hair and the skirt. It is absolutely beautiful. They chose this really bold metallic blue for both the hair and the skirt that really pops and shines, and it's just beautiful. It is really going to make her stand out on the shelf, which is absolutely awesome. One tiny little thing, if I was to complain about anything, it's not even really a complaint, it's just more of an observation, but this little stand that they have her standing on, it I assume is meant to look a little bit like swirling water, but they have this blue bow on the side of it, and I'm just not sure why they chose to put it the way it is, where if she's standing forward, the bow is behind her and off to the side, so you can't even really see it. It just seems like an odd design choice to me. You would think that it would be in front maybe, but the holes don't line up that way, so this is the way she stands, and that's where it is. But all in all, you guys, this is just a beautiful figure that I am so happy to have. It is of a character that I love, and they put a lot of love into creating it. It is beautiful. It is going to look so great on a shelf. One complaint about Figuarts Zero figures is that they are not the most affordable of statues. They do have a rather high price point, so maybe not something that you want to collect a huge amount of, but if they make a character that you absolutely love, that is one of your favorites, I definitely recommend them because they do the character justice, they do an amazing job, and they definitely look beautiful on a shelf with the rest of your collection. So that is the Sailor Moon Crystal version of Sailor Mercury by Figuarts Zero from Tamashii Nations. Let me know what you guys thought of the figure in the comments section below. Do you have any of these figures? If so, which ones? What's your favorite Sailor Moon character? Did you grow up watching it like me? Did you watch Sailor Moon Crystal yet? Let me know, guys. I love talking to you in the description box below. If you've enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat at Tracey's Basement. Links in the description box below. And of course, as always, guys, keep coming back for more Tracey's Basement. Bye!